So what is happening is Indian banks are looting us. To what extent? This is the figure of 2023. They looted us of 75,000 crores. 75,000 crores the Indian banks have taken from Goa. And मागीर ते हुंय घालता हे पैसे व्हरोन UP, Bihar to compensate them. आमचो कोस्टाचो our hard-earned money is being used to compensate northeastern Bimaru states, as we call them, the Bimaru states. मागीर आता ते almost 20 lakh square meters of जमीन कन्वर्ट करून घेयल्या तेणी आणि ते कन्वर्ट केन्ना जाले in 2023 the most pliable government pliable म्हणल्यार सामको तुजी फेवरान पळय जो गव्हर्मेंट येता कोणा फेवरान जुवारीश फेवरान तो 2023 येता आनी तो गव्हर्मेंट तांकां सगळी जमीन कन्वर्ट करपाक परमिशन दिता सनद दिता एवरीथींग पॉसिबल तांकां जाय तितलें ते दिता आनी एक मोठो भाग एक कंपनी घेता इम्पॅक्ट प्रोजेक्ट म्हूण तेतूंतलो ऑलमोस्ट 1,11,000 जमनीचो एक पार्ट दे हॅव परचेज एंड वॉट दे डू विथ दॅट ते कितें करता आतां सारी करपाचें सोडूच आतां दे आर बिकम नाव रियल एस्टेट ज्वार इज बिकम रियल एस्टेट एजंट दे फॉर्म्ड प्लॉट्स 316 प्लॉट्स एक जमनीचे तेणी आतां डिवायड करून ते प्लॉट विकल्या and you will be shocked to know this is the area of that one part which Zwari has sold. This is the way the plots have been planned and demarcated. And you know the size of the plot, What is the minimum size amka jay plotak amka ghor bandho jale? 250 to 300, no? I think it is 220 or something minimum. Jalyar tuka PDA or tumgele Margaon Planning Development Authority, South Goa, SGPDA, approve kota. Otherwise, they don't approve anything. You know, these plots are 120 square meters. Approved plot, 120 square meters. And its rate of ata vikla. The vikta plot at 1 lakh per square meter. At 1 lakh per square meter, these plots are for sale now. Plot size 120. कितकोन जाले? How is it possible? Dr. Bab? Huh? Yes. Now it's come to 110, 120. How? So this government brought a scheme to facilitate this. They brought a scheme to facilitate this. Special scheme. And दोन project या scheme under हे जाले. हो एक आणि North Goa एक झाला. Same, similarly. So one scheme is brought only to approve 120 itli small size plots. So this is what I call the second loot of Goa. And why has this been committed against us? Why is this injustice caused to us? Now we'll go to the crux of the liberation. Okay? Now we are discussing liberation. You know when we got independence, no? Independence can jale? Huh? Okay. Before that, what was India? British. Under British, what was India? How many states? India was of how many states before independence? Or was there any India? What was it? It was colony of British. Okay. See, before, at the time of independence of India, there was no India. Udasdara. There was no India, what we call today's India, before independence. It was 565 princely states. No? And there were 17 provinces. Which are bag, land. There was no India. And some of the states, I example dilia, 565 the states, but some states here, including even Sawantwadi was a state. And then we have this princely these provinces, 17 provinces, out of which I have taken, see, like there was no Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh, there was no Uttar Pradesh. Or Maharashtra, no, they were Maharashtra nahle, or Gujarat nahle. It was all part of Mumbai. You see, point number 4, Mumbai included Maharashtra, Gujarat. Uttar Pradesh was part of United Provinces, that level. So what has happened? These are small, British and they hand over at time of independence. as a one nation. As one nation. That's how we have India. But in that, there was one part of India which was not part of India, and that was the Northeast. At Northeast म्हणल्यार वयचे Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, Assam. These 7 states are called Northeast, and they were not part of India. They were administered by the Britishers. पूण इंडिया घडली तेन्ना इंडियन सरकारान तांकां इन्वायट केलें, तुमी आमकां जॉयन जावा म्हणून. ओके, आनी थिंगा कितें आहलें, थिंगा एक ब्रिटिशांनी एक इनर लायन परमीट म्हणून सिस्टम हाडलेली, एक लायन सिस्टम आहली वीच वॉज इंट्रोड्यूस इन 1873. सो बोले एक थिंगा विजा टायप एक फेसिलिटी आहली. नो इंडियन कूड गो देर. In that time you had to take a permission to enter, and then you had to mention, you have to come out, you cannot stay there. And why it was done? They are lokak protect करपाक, because they were all tribal people. And तेंचे culture, तेंचे tradition, तेंचे laws, तेंचे system protect करपाक हे ब्रिटिशांनी कोण दवरले. So what Indian government did? Indian government protected that system. They said, we will join you if you protect what the Britishers had done. And therefore, in our constitution, this provision is there. If you open Google, Article 371G and all these articles, you will find that Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, you cannot, as an Indian, though it is part of India, I cannot enter unless we take a pass, which is called an inner line permit. And in Manipur, you will be shocked to know that it was introduced in 2019. During the presidency of Goan. So, on 11 December it was introduced. So, as recent as in 2019 also, the Indian government has tried to protect different states. From whom? From Indian migration. Indian लोक थिंग वचून तेंचो दुस्पट करून जावपा, तेंचे ट्रेडिशन, कल्चर, कस्टम्स चेंज करून जावपा हे इंडियन सरकारान प्रोटेक्शन दिलेलें आहा. So, but is it legally feasible? Is it possible that I cannot go, as an Indian, I cannot go to the Northeast? So someone challenged it in the Supreme Court. It was challenged in the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court upheld. This provision in the Constitution was upheld in the Supreme Court. So it is legally also, there is a sikka on it. So here is one case which I am taking of a Goan. आमचे Goenkar ahlo, जाणो आमचो चिखलेचो भाव. So he was working in Nagaland, he had a contract, and for 5 years, till his contract was over, he was given this permit. Inner line permit. What is the benefit of inner line permit for the locals? So two things, आम्ही तर गेले न्हू थिंग inner line permit घेवन 2 वस्तू करूंक मेळनाय. एक आमकां जमीन घेवपाक मेळना थिंगा, कळ्ळें न्हू तुका, आमकां थिंग गेले जाल्यार जमीन घेवपाक मेळना. दुसरें वोट मारूंक मेळना. कळ्ळें, ह्यो 2 मोठी गोश्ट्यो हे उगडास जोराय. कळ्ळें, जमीन आनी वोट. सो एडवीन मास्करान 5-6 वर्स थिंग रावला, पूण केन्ना वोट मारना आनी जमीन ताका घेवपाक मेळना. सिमिलरली आतां आमी पुर्तुगेज तेन्ना आतां इंडियन जाले तेन्ना आमी कितें आहले, पोर्चुगीज सिटीजन्स न्हू. आमकां हे भाशेन कितें फेसिलिटी आहली, बिलेत आहली न्हू. बिलेत बॉम्बे वयता जाल्यार पासपोर्ट जाय पडटा न्हू. करेक्ट, बिलेत जाय पडटा मरे बॉम्बे वयता जाल्यार, ओ एनीवेर आउटसायड गोवाज बॉर्डर वी रिक्वायर्ड दीस बिलेत, सारकें. So we were on par with Northeast. We were enjoying a separate, independent status within this landmass. So watch this now. This is the story of Sikkim.
The citizens of this Indian state don't have to pay any income tax to the government. Mind blowing, right? For you to understand this, I need to take you back a few decades. In 1947, when India got its independence, this state was not actually part of India. They were being protected by the British and ruled by a king. But once India got its independence, a party was formed in that state that supported it joining hands with India. There was a lot of back and forth for over 2 decades, after which they finally became a part of us in 1975. The condition of the merger was that the state will not follow the Indian laws, rather will have its own laws and special status in place. Thanks to this, the people of Sikkim followed their own tax laws and did not pay any income tax to the center until 2008, when their tax laws were repealed. But the government and later the Supreme Court gave a tax exemption to the citizens of Sikkim, and now they pay 0 income tax. They don't even have to comply with SEBI's mandatory PAN requirement. So, what are your thoughts on it?
What you understood? What you understood? Huh?
When we were not paying
Pardon?
they did not have to pay income tax.
They did not have, no. Even today they are not paying income tax. They are exempted from income tax. And why they are exempted? Because when they were earlier, before Indian, when they were under their king, they never paid income tax to their king. So that was the condition the king put. If you want us to join, in 1975 when they joined, they put a condition in Indian government, we are willing to join, I am willing to join you, but you will not charge income tax to my citizens. हे तुमकां खबर आसलें इंडियेची लोक इंडियेतूच इनकम टॅक्स फारीक कोन्नाय म्हूण
They had a special status.
Exactly. Within the provisions of a constitution. In the constitution. It's not just Sikkim. Now, it is not just Sikkim. Every tribal area in the northeast, every tribal area from in Tripura, see all tribals, all tribals in Tripura, Mizoram, Manipur, Nagaland, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Ladakh, and state of Jammu and Kashmir also don't pay income tax. You can check these sections. कौन फारिक होने इनकम टैक्स all tribals of northeast. It is not just one Sikkim under this section of income tax. And same was the condition with Goans. We were also not paying income tax. You check old records and see. Land tax, agricultural tax we were paying, but there was no personal income tax ever paid by Goans to the Portuguese. And then we come, and then there is more protection given for land transfers. No land can be sold even in the new states that have been formed. Under 5th schedule, they cannot sell land. In Jharkhand, the state was formed in 2000, they brought restrictions on sale of land. Uttarakhand, Telangana brought reservation for themselves. So these states new पळय जाले सगळ्यांनी जमीन भायर विकपाची भायल्या विकपाची restrictions हाडली. So then I come to again the population of Goa. My calculation now is, हांवें तुमकां सांगलो 10-15 वर्सांनी गोंयकार गोंया काबार जातले because of the migration. So in 60 we are 6 lakhs, 2001 13 lakh. If I take that average, 2% and 3% and average 5%, if I 65% and Poilinchi at number 2%, then this is the population of Goa. 2% we would have been only 8 lakh today. At 2% growth, we would have been 8 lakh Goenkar. At 5% growth, we would have been 7 lakh 35,000. Rest all eyes pay at 1.5 million per population is all today outsiders. All migration and we are in a minority today. Anywhere and everywhere, today Goans are in a minority. And if this continues, in next 10 years, we will go down to around 20 to 25%. So we will be wiped out. So what has happened after liberation? आता liberation poi munta. See, आमची खाजना गेली आमची खाजना आमचे रिवर्स वयले सवय रिवर्स नॅशनलायज केले. Those have been taken away. Our port is also taken away. The port was built by the Portuguese. That also has been nationalized. The airport is also gone. That also was built by the Portuguese AIP company. Our culture, तुमकां दाखयला सांजवां वात कोण सेलिब्रेट करताय? So our culture is getting diluted. Our history, which is statue येता तेतून पयले. Okay, so our history is getting distorted and our social fabric is also being destroyed. This is the result of our integration with India. So what we want today, every politician is telling, I'll give you free water, free electricity, free ration. Do we want it? I've already shown you, we are the best state, richest state in India. We don't want anybody's largis. We can manage on our own. We are generating 1 lakh crore every year and depositing in the bank. That much money we have. What we want is our pre-61 rights as Goenkar konache before liberation, those we should ask for. And what is that? In 2027, these are my demands. Just way as Ferdinand Rebello has put his demand, this were raised by me 2 years back. We want our Comunidades back. Comunidad is a system, as I told you, unique to Goa. There's nowhere else in the world this system is existing. They own our land. That land cannot be sold. Cannot be sold at all. You cannot de-alienate that land. It can only be given as lease, aframen, to farmers, for agricultural purpose or even residential purpose. But it cannot be sold. So no land in Goa can be sold. So this was the system that we should protect, the way the Northeast has protected themselves. So then we have to get our rivers back because our rivers, our cousins depend on our rivers. River to nui amchi nahi jale khazana amchi kabar. Then we want अंजेदिवे आयलंड बॅक. आयज आमकां 2 तारखेर फेस्ता वचपाक गोंयकारांक आमकां थिंग मेळना अंजेदिवेचेर सायबिणी फेस्त करपाक. On 2nd February ते फेस्त येता. Then we want our port back, we want our culture, we want our language, we want to protect our social fabric, we want our jobs for our unemployed youth. So we have to restrict non-residents from purchasing land in Goa. This is the demand we should get, which Northeast has been given. We are not asking something separate. It is already implemented. This facility is already enjoyed by some states. So why should we be discriminated? And the third is that we should get exempted from income tax in the manner that Sikkim and other tribal areas are giving. Now you realize why I started with my argument on tribals. Because if we don't get, at least our tribals should get that benefit which they are getting in other parts of India. Understood? That was the argument. That's why I started with tribal, because that is the base similarity between Northeast and Goa. So this is another video. It's very interesting. And you see their conversation. Watch their conversation.
Oh my God, look at the amount of people are coming around from Konkan railway train. Goa is finished. Goa is no more left like Goa before. Look at these people. One full train. Oh God. Jesus Christ. I think full train is come from somewhere. It's so easy time over there. Kitu zanu mujmai. Akki full train is on the baron. We hardly had any at the mujmai. Kabaru zani hardly had any at the akki gang. What? We saw any did let the hardly. Baggage घे कितके येता इथे चड बेगीन म्हणजे वोटिंग मारपा इथं बेगीन येता इथे 2027 सध्या कार्ड करू येयला इथे टाइम लागत न्हू कार्ड करपाक चोय गो आनी जाल ना फाटल्या डेच आनी येता
सो तूं आयकलो तो उलयता तें कितें सांगता कितें उलयताय ते कार्ड करून हाडले आसता म्हणटा त्या कार्डा इलेक्शनाची whole train load of people, and it is not one off. Every day, almost every day it is happening. This is what is the problem, and therefore what is required is inner line permit for Goa in the same manner that is provided in the Northeast. This is what we should have asked at the time of liberation. This is where we have failed. Our people have failed. But nothing is lost. Because it's a provision in the constitution. See, it is not South Goa MP demand raise parliament special status. See, we don't need special status. We only need these provisions which are there in the constitution should be applied to Goa. Itle's I. But nobody is applying their mind. Kona apna mon line study kone.
To protect their private interests. These are all the voters.
Exactly. So in inner line permit to rahle think pay am koso mena test to ringa restriction आले हे problem जायना आले येवपा जाता कोणाच्या न्हू येवपा जाता बट दोन वस्तू जावपा जाय एक लँड घेवपाचे न्हू आनी दुसरे वोटिंग मारपाक न्हू आयज आमगेले पॉलिसीज स्टेट पॉलिसीज पळय आहाय न्हू इज शिफ्टिंग टू सर्व देअर पॉलिटिकल इंट्रस्ट तांचो पॉलिटिकल इंट्रस्टाक आमची कायदे चेंज जाताय हे 16 That is the question I'm putting to you now. Okay? So, see, I'm raising the demand that we should get inner line permit for Goa in 2027 election. I'm saying we should get that. Second is restrict non-residents from purchasing land in Goa. Even Justice Ferdinand Ribello had not put it. That day in Panjim, I had to stand and tell him he had brought only agricultural land not to be sold under the land revenue code. What Sandesh Baban sanglete. That is it. But I told him, no, you have to also put this. That other land also should not be sold to any non-resident of Goa. And then he agreed to it, but still it has not come in his 10-point charter. He agreed. In his speech afterwards, he said that, okay, I agree that land should not be sold. But then I observed that it is not come in his 10-point charter. So this we have to tell him. and exempt all Goans from paying income tax, or at least our tribals from not paying income tax, because they deserve, it's their birthright. If those tribals have that, because they have the same custom to be protected, their traditions, their lifestyle, their khazan system, all that needs to be protected. If Northeast needs to be protected, we, our Goans also need to be protected. These are the demands that I have raised. Last, I poilkit mudlale. This is not about Goans and non-Goans. Call no. For non-Goans, when they see this, no, they think it is an attack against them. And this is one doctor who has settled in Goa, Dr. Dinesh Verma, who said this is xenophobia. Understood? This is what he branded. Then I had to explain like this when he was there, that it is not that. See, today we are pushed out of Goa. Tomorrow he will be pushed. Whoever settles in Goa will be pushed, because there will be someone else coming and settling in Goa and pushing the earlier settlers. And this is what afterwards he had to say. I want you to listen carefully. His statement afterwards.
Hi, my name is Dr. Dinesh Verma. I'm a Goan by choice as opposed to Goan by birth. And I attended Mr. Cyril Fernandes' talk at Museum of Goa this Sunday. It was a fascinating talk. I learned so many things that I wasn't aware of. His very articulate and very eloquent plea for Goans to claim what is due to them was very enforcing and convincing. Even though I don't agree with all of the things he said, I think he has a very, very important message that it is time Goa gets its true freedom. I would recommend others also to listen to his talk if it is available on social media, and give your thoughts about this concept of getting Goan freedom back.
Kidmunto, it is time to get our real freedom back. Not outside the constitution, within the Indian constitution as it is there. The provisions are there. कोणी करपा जाय? आमी. सरकार करपा ना. 2027 कोणूय तो तुमचे देरान येयत for election purpose. Vote मागूंक, tell them we want this inner line permit. If you are giving that, we are giving you a vote, otherwise you can get lost. हें सांगपाक आपोसता दा. This is the message we should give them. We should give them the message, enough is enough. देव बरें करूं.